They say silence speaks louder than words. But when a woman chooses silence, it shakes the world of any man who thought he had control. When she stays calm in moments, he expects her to explode. She enters his mind in ways he cannot understand. This is the hidden truth that Jung himself hinted at, the mysterious balance of masculine chaos and feminine composure. And when that balance shifts, he feels it in his bones. Because calmness in a woman is not weakness, it's power in its purest form. Power that disarms, confuses, and transforms the man who believed she would always react. He doesn't realize that every time she chooses peace over panic, mystery over explanation, she awakens something inside him, something ancient, psychological, and magnetic. You see, men are subconsciously drawn to women they can't predict. The more she reacts, the more he feels control. But the moment she stops reacting, he starts questioning everything himself, his worth, his importance. That's where the real shift happens. That's when his ego collapses. Because calmness isn't passive, it's psychological warfare disguised as grace. Call to action line, soft and natural. Before we go deeper into this hidden truth, make sure you resubscribe to the channel. Because what you're about to discover will forever change the way you understand masculine desire and feminine power. Every man is conditioned to expect emotional energy from a woman. It feeds his sense of dominance. But when she steps into emotional neutrality, she becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability is irresistible. In Jungian psychology, this is called shadow confrontation. It's when the man's inner world, the part he represses, meets a calm, feminine mirror that forces him to face himself. When she no longer reacts, he meets his shadow. Her calmness reveals his chaos. Her peace exposes his insecurity. Her silence makes him hear the noise of his own thoughts. This is the paradox. The calmer she becomes, the more restless he feels. And that restlessness turns into obsession, curiosity, and finally, attraction. But this calmness isn't coldness. It's emotional mastery. It's the art of self-containment, the highest expression of feminine power. Because real calmness doesn't come from pretending to not care. It comes from knowing exactly who you are and no longer needing to prove it. That energy hits different. It pulls a man's focus without her trying. He starts to remember her even when she's not around. He replays the last conversation, wondering how she stayed so composed. He checks her messages, expecting emotion, but finds peace instead. That peace frustrates him, then fascinates him, because he's never met a woman who can control the fire without losing her warmth. The feminine calmness is a mirror to the masculine storm. Jung said the feminine represents the unconscious, the deep, mysterious ocean beneath the surface of logic. When she stays calm, she taps into that unconscious realm, and he feels it like gravity pulling him into the depths of his own mind. She doesn't chase, she doesn't prove, she doesn't compete. She simply embodies peace, and peace is power. Because the most magnetic woman isn't the loudest one in the room. It's the one whose silence makes others lean in. When she stays calm, she shifts the dynamic. He's no longer in control. He becomes the one trying to decode her energy. He texts more. He initiates more. He starts feeling a pull he can't explain. That's not magic. That's psychology. It's how the human mind reacts to uncertainty. Men crave certainty, but they fall in love with mystery. And a calm woman is the ultimate mystery. Because she doesn't explain herself. She doesn't justify her emotions. She doesn't play games. She simply is. That is what triggers his subconscious attraction. The sense that she knows something he doesn't. That she's aligned with something deeper, something eternal. This is why emotional detachment is so powerful. It's not about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. The woman who stays calm has learned to observe rather than react, to choose rather than chase. Her peace becomes her presence, and her presence becomes his addiction. He might try to provoke her, test her boundaries, push her limits, but every calm response takes another piece of his control away. He's addicted to the reaction, but she refuses to give it. And in that refusal, she becomes unforgettable. Because mystery is formed in silence, and obsession is born in the unknown. In Jungian terms, she becomes his anima, the archetype of the feminine soul that awakens a man's inner world. Her calmness forces him to integrate the parts of himself he avoids. Her silence echoes the voice of his own shadow. And he can't stop thinking about her, because she represents both what he wants and what he fears. So when she stays calm, he loses control, not because she manipulates, but because she embodies self-control. Her stillness exposes his lack of it. Her peace makes his mind race. And that's the real secret. The most powerful form of influence doesn't come from chasing, crying, or convincing. It comes from mastering your emotional frequency until it becomes magnetic. She becomes untouchable, not because she's distant, but because she's deeply present. Every word she says carries weight because it comes from centeredness, not chaos. Every silence feels loud because it carries intention. That's when he realizes she's not playing his game. She's playing on a level he can't reach. And that's the truth Jung hinted at. When the feminine learns emotional mastery, the masculine must evolve to meet her. Calmness, then, is not submission. It's transformation. It's the bridge between two souls, learning how to see each other clearly, without projection, without illusion. So if you've ever been told that being calm makes you less passionate, remember, it's the opposite. Calmness means your emotions serve you, not the other way around. It's what makes your energy so rare, so magnetic, so unforgettable. When she stays calm, she reclaims her narrative. She stops feeding the chaos and starts leading with grace. That's when he feels it, the loss of control, the obsession, the need to understand her peace. Because peace is not the absence of power. Peace is power. And that's why the most dangerous thing a woman can ever do is stay calm. Because calmness is her revolution against manipulation, against chaos, against everything that tries to pull her out of herself. She becomes the storm disguised as stillness, the mystery that no man can forget. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more Jungian insights and emotional psychology breakdowns. And remember, calmness is not silence, it's strength. For more videos like this, visit the channel and discover the deeper layers of your own hidden power.